Welcome to Star in My City podcast. I'm Sean Treasy. This is my host, Sage. We got another special guest in the house tonight. We got J-Vive from Gripp Entertainment. Let's give him a round of applause. Yeah! We got Mr. Vive up in here. So Vive, so you know, you was rapping. You was Mr. J-Vive on the mic. My favorite artist. Let's just get that on out of here. My favorite artist right here. You know what I'm saying? Straight up.
He might be gassing me a little bit.
Then you start doing you became a CEO. You took over Gripp Entertainment from your brother. I think it was your brother, right?
Yeah, okay, it was my brother and my cousin.
And then, so what has been like that transition? And then have you been still rapping and everything while you've been trying to be the CEO? And like how many how's it people come, people go?
So I still do make music and everything. So the artist side of me is still going on, definitely. Still making a whole lot of music. I'll get more into what I make music for more so now than just releasing music in a second. But as far as being a CEO or transitioning over into a CEO, it was a little seamless. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't really that hard. Me starting out as an artist, especially in a time where I started recording initially, it was a lot of things that a lot of companies and CEOs are doing now. I had ideas of when I was supposed to strictly be the artist.
Okay.
So, when you the artist and then you have like CEO vision, concepts, ideas.
Okay.
When you finally decide to be like, you know what, I need to just go ahead and step into this role because I'm having the ideas of things that we need to do with the company.
Okay.
So I need to go ahead and just step into it, and
Was you able to translate some of the same ideas when you was the artist? Was they still there when you stepped in that role?
Crazy thing is this, I probably, if I had stepped into being the CEO initially with some of the ideas I had, we really would have been ahead of the curve on a few things. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Some of the way music is now, I had those kind of ideas way back when I was just the artist.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But at the time when I was simply only supposed to be the artist, it was a different music industry. And everybody was still focused on trying to get a deal with a major label, and they just been trying to go that route.
Okay, so you was kind of already seeing some of like the streaming vision versus everybody was still putting it on CD.
Yeah, so the difference I think is, and the crazy thing is, people still don't fully do this now when they could. I think we got a couple artists like Ye and them start doing it now. Okay. Meek Mill did it with his last project.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But my concept back then was the internet was really, I know you so young. You born into the internet. I'm saying this, you probably looking like, what? Internet wasn't really like that? Nah, man, this is back, bro. This is back.
This is way back.
Yeah. So the internet was starting to get popping, right? But it wasn't crazy popping like how it is now, where we run everything through it. So when, and it's crazy, his Colors calling me now. When I need him, he ain't answer the phone. Shout out to Colors, man.
Shout out to Colors Network, man.
Shit. But so my ideas back then was, you know what? Let's put out some music. Let's put out a project. They had different stuff, different things where you can purchase the music on the internet. It wasn't so much streaming then. It was like you just go in there and buy it.
Right.
I was like, well, shoot, we can make our own project. Let's just sell it ourselves. Why are we trying to wait to try to get a label to back what we trying to do?
True.
Let's create a website, which was a lot harder then.
Right.
But let's create. Yeah, it's a lot easier now to create a website. I was like, let's create a website. Let's just sell the joint direct.
Right.
That was my concept and ideas way back then. You know what I'm saying?
Because I think iTunes was the big streaming site with Reverb Nation.
Yeah. You had iTunes, Reverb Nation,
SoundCloud maybe.
This before SoundCloud.
That was before,
Crazy,
okay,
yeah. This
wow,
even
okay,
before
well,
SoundCloud.
That's back there.
Before SoundCloud.
Yeah, this is
that's
before
back then,
SoundCloud, bro. Like SoundCloud ain't even exist at this point because the whole concept of Napster and different stuff like that, they kind of forced the hand with the streaming stuff.
Okay.
Because everybody was just downloading the music for free off of Napster and stuff like that.
Napster
So they
now.
had to combat that
with
starting up the stuff with the streaming and all this other stuff that now.
Okay, yeah, I definitely remember that. I remember, damn.
Yeah. This was dog. This was a minute ago. If you my first project that I ever put out on streaming platforms, I think was Around the Corner. Well, not streaming platforms, put out for sale. I'm trying to remember the exact company that we went through to release it, man, and I can't even remember it right now.
Around the Corner, I don't remember.
If you go Google like J-Vive Around the Corner, you can tell it's old, bro.
Okay.
Like
okay.
I look younger.
Yeah.
I ain't had as much gray on my face.
Like
It's a little bit. It was still a little bit back then.
Yeah.
Because I just always had gray. But
I probably I must have met you after that one.
Yeah, I think you met me when my other mixtape had came out.
Was it
Good Morning Black America? That was
yeah.
around that time because that's when I met Colors.
Okay.
Yeah.
I remember that one.
Yeah, I met you not too long after I
So
met Colors.
You got Around the Corner, Good Morning Black America. Then is it Soul Hop after that?
Yeah. I had Soul Hop, which was a mixtape that I put out, but that was like strictly mixtape status, so you can't really go and stream that or nothing like that. Because I'm using other people's beats, so
gotcha.
Yeah,
that was back then when the time to do that was then.
Yeah.
We all was running through other.
No, for sure.
Killing them like
For sure.
straight up, but things change and you learn too. So
Yeah.
then you be like, you had to put it on your own.
Yeah.
You realize it's best to put it on your own. And so, how many artists you got on Gripp Entertainment?
So that part of being the CEO is probably one of the more difficult parts because we've had artists kind of come and go. It's a little harder if you're serious about music and stuff like that. Yeah. In this climate, it's a little hard to find artists that take it as serious.
Gotcha.
So right now, it's really literally just it's 4 artists, but 3 of them is consistently working. The other one, shout out to Lay. Lay is in Texas right now. Okay. She's having a baby and stuff like that. I think she just had another baby.
Shout out to Lay.
Yeah. Shout out to Lay, man. So she's not as available. We try to get her in when we can to do stuff, but it's really just me, Carolina Breeze. Shout out to Breeze.
Shout out to Carolina Breeze. Yeah. Another one of my favorite artists. Appreciate you for the feature too. Yeah. Appreciate you for that feature.
And Chris with a K.
Chris with a K. Okay.
Shout out to Chris.
Well, so a singer or rapper?
Chris with a K is a rapper.
Okay.
But he think he can sing. He don't sound bad though.
Okay. All right.
So what is it? You said Gripp Entertainment?
Oh yeah. Gripp and
so
GRIPP.
What do you guys do?
So we're a musical label. We initially we were just trying to kind of do a little bit of everything in entertainment, but we've kind of honed in to mainly specifically music, and also like we put on like shows, which is generally like hip hop shows for the most part. But we are a musical label, so Layor is an actual R&B artist, which we're trying to work more into. Getting more R&B music and stuff like that out. But the artists we have now is mainly hip hop. So, yeah.
That's cool. So, wait, I just blanked. So what is it like being the CEO of a music label? That seems interesting.
It's a lot of it. Mainly it's just a drive thing. Because one thing you got to understand when being an entrepreneur of anything, or when you're like one of the lead or the lead guy, it's up to, if I relate it to sports, you're the head coach, right?
Right.
Yeah.
It's on you to get the players motivated. It's on you to put plays in motion and stuff like that. When you're dealing with people, it's on you to manage emotions and feelings. If somebody come to you with an idea, it's on you to listen to it and, kind of help decide whether it's something that would be good for what you're trying to do with the label or the vision. And so, I mean, you just really got to have a get up and go to you. You know what I'm saying? And if you're not one of the people like that's automatically always going to be in go mode, which if you're not and you own any kind of business, it's going to be harder for you. But if you got like have people too that's driven, you know what I'm saying? Like for me personally, like Carolina Breeze and stuff like that, he's basically running the label with me. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm not on it, he's going to be on it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Vive, yo, we need to knock this out. We need to get this done. We need to do this. We need to do that. So it's really just, you just got to be driven. You know what I'm saying? Driven and keep your ears open and, you know, be open to the changing of times and stuff. You know, in business, you don't want to get caught being stuck in the past. You know what I'm saying? You be stuck in the past, you miss the moments moving forward. Or if you have an idea concept, which goes back to what I was talking about back in the day.
Right.
We hopped on that if we hopped on that when I was thinking that.
Gotcha.
We're way ahead of everybody else. So now you at the you basically at the front of the food line.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, being a CEO just takes a lot of that mentally. You know what I'm saying?
Man, damn, I was just thinking about that, jumping on ahead of that back then we would have been at today. That's something. That's kind of like when a friend of ours, you know, got the opportunity to have a showcase 4 days out the week. He chose to do it 1 day out the week. Now he's like, oh, I wish I had the 4 days now, you know. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You know, I ain't calling no names.
Yeah.
He gonna know who we talking about too. But so Vi, you once upon a time was doing the Tone Awards.
Mm-hmm.
Why did you stop?
So the Independent Tone Awards, which if you go,
give me 1 second.
Go ahead.
The Tone Awards is he was giving out awards to specific artists, like Artist of the Year, male, female, up and coming Artist of the Year, male or female, R&B Artist of the Year, and Rap Artist of the Year, all in the so just to give you some insight on what we mean by the Tone Awards, and he's probably gonna explain a little bit more.
Yeah. So with the Independent Tone Awards, first off, shout out to Ernest Glover. He was the founder and creator of Tone Awards.
Okay.
We was talking about the award shows and stuff like that we had down here. One thing that we noticed is a lot of award shows. There's not a lot of award shows in Charleston, really in South Carolina, kind of like that really emphasizes all different genres of music. You know what I'm saying? So, because we in Charleston, for where we around and our peers and stuff like that, of course, we're around hip hop and stuff like that a whole lot.
Right.
R&B and all stuff like that. You know, I play music. You know what I'm saying? So
you was into because you kind of started mostly with church, right?
Yeah. I grew up in church playing music.
Okay.
Drums and stuff, and then transition over to kind of playing in bars and playing with different bands and stuff like that.
Right.
So needless to say, like I'm like heavily into the music community on both sides. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
There's a disconnect in Charleston, just for y'all to know. There's a disconnect between both sides, but I'm not gonna get into that right now.
Definitely a disconnect.
So Ernie came up with the concept and idea because he's a music lover too. Ernie, for those who don't know, Ernest Glover, you probably can look him up. DJ Quan Rip, he DJ'd for Salt and Pepper back in the day.
Oh, okay.
He's done a lot of like industry type stuff.
Oh, that's what's up.
Hosted a lot of big events and stuff like that. Events that connect a lot of big artists. He had pictures and all type of other stuff of him with a lot of different artists. He's super low key. So a lot of people don't really know that. They see him and be around him, and the way he kind of just is, his demeanor is just so low key and chill and humble. You wouldn't know he's done as much stuff as he's done. Like, I mean, dude got he was on a list. I can't remember what year it is, but one of them presidential lists for Businessman of the Year. He's literally on a list for 1 year. I don't remember if it was 2017, something like that.
Okay.
So needless to say, he's proven in what he's done.
Okay.
So, and I know him because we just connected through family, and he basically just turned into family too.
Okay.
he had an idea to do an award show. Got off to doing it and stuff like that. It took a lot of groundwork. You know what I'm saying? We did it for several years. And I think after the last year that we did it, I think not too long after that, COVID had hit.
Okay.
When COVID hit, obviously we couldn't really do it the way he had concepts, you know, but we didn't really get to do it, you know, because it wouldn't have been the same.
It wouldn't right.
Like I don't think nobody really enjoyed the award shows over the screen and stuff like that.
Right. It's
you know,
just not the
it's just not the same, man.
It's like watching.
Yeah,
you might as well just watch the beats.
Yeah, it's just not the same. So between that happening, so us being off of that for a while, because you know a lot of big venues and stuff wasn't allowing you to do events,
right?
Because you can't have large gatherings,
right? For a while, right?
Yeah, okay. Yeah. And you know if you're doing if you're doing an award show and you can't really have a lot of people there, or everybody there who wants to come. You're kind of taking a hit on it, you know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
You're definitely gonna take a hit on it.
Okay.
If you hosting an event and you got ticket sales and stuff like that,
right? You're gonna take a hit.
Yeah. You can only bring 20 people in there when the event holds X amount of dollars, and it would take 30 people to cover whatever you paid.
Yeah, you ain't gonna make it.
Yeah, it's like you're just kind of giving the venue money and stuff like that. So it hits you. You know what I'm saying?
You had to during that time. You definitely needed to. Yeah, it was what it was. You had to back off and maybe revamp and come back later. So were you guys thinking about starting again?
So we are I talked with Ernie last month and we are going to bring it back. Yeah. He's putting some things together, but he's also another reason why he's kind of so we had COVID hit and then beyond COVID hitting, he's kind of been working on the political side of things lately. So because he had to focus on that, because there's a lot of stuff you got to do with that, you know, I don't want to get into that part of whatever he does, but it's on the political side of things. So he's involved with a lot of stuff like that. So we just kind of been on the back burner for the moment, but we spoke last month or so, and then like we're talking about trying to get it back up and going all the way. But you could still go to the website, Independent Tone Awards, and look up people who won, see different bands that won the previous years and stuff.
You did it at Music Farms, right? Downtown Charleston?
Yeah, the very last one we did at the Music Farm. The one we did before that was on the ship up there in Patriots Point. Lord, the historic ship. The Yorktown. There you go. Okay. Thanks, Jay.
Oh, really? Okay.
Shout out to Jay, man. Jay on the board. Yeah, we did the one before that on the Yorktown.
Man, you know, I definitely understand, you know, COVID coming in and shutting down. And then, you know, like I said, you can't really have the crowd like you want. And then you got, even if you could have a large crowd, you got, say, I don't know, 200 people in there with all these masks on. I mean, it just looks like some kind of weird ass movie.
Yeah, and the way we've been trying to do it from the very start is we wanted it to be of a certain caliber of an event. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't want to have no halfway.
Right.
No, you know, we want the artists to feel like they're getting like
the full
like a
experience.
Grammy type feel. Yeah, like you wanted to feel prestigious for real.
Right. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You don't want to rent out a warehouse and then just, hey, everybody just come, let's give out awards. No, you want them to feel special, feel, you know what I'm saying? Then you want to put on a full concert. You know what I'm saying? We had full rock bands, country bands, hip hop artists, reggaeton. Like we literally had full performances and stuff like that. Host and all of that, moving throughout the scenes, changing clothes.
How many did you have? 4 or 5? How many years did you go with that?
We did it, if I'm not mistaken, 4 years.
4 years? That's a long time because I didn't catch none of them.
Oh, let me see.
Y'all need to bring that back.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the goal. That's what we're looking at doing. And surprisingly, man, it was a few artists that when they won their Tone Awards, you'd be surprised how much motivation it gives artists. Yeah. Like we had I think her name was Haley May, country artist. She won a Tone Award with us. She ended up moving out to Memphis, I believe, because she does like country music and stuff. Ended up moving out to like Memphis or something like that. If you go look her up, she's out there, you know, working, going crazy.
Okay.
You know, Bubba LaMax, a young dude. I think Bubba LaMax, when he won his first Tone Award, might have been like 19 or something like that.
Yeah.
He started gigging and stuff all the time afterwards, like going crazy with it. Bubba did Bubba did country.
Did country too?
Yeah.
Hey, country got some nice
Yeah,
more
Bubba
than
did like
people,
country,
you know.
like the Haley. She did kind of like bluesy type country.
Okay.
You know, low pop feel to it. Bubba was straight country.
Straight country,
Yeah,
straight out the backwoods.
Yeah, shout out to Bubba LaMax, man.
That's what's up.
He said out the
Before
backwoods.
got anything you want to ask her right quick? Before I get to the next one, or, I mean, you want to shoot him a couple of,
Actually, bring it back to the label. You said you're trying to expand to other genres aside from hip hop. You want what other genres?
Honestly, with me, man, because I play music and I play like almost everything, I'm open to any genre where me and the artist can connect. So I think the biggest thing with me in bringing any artist on, I want to actually like the music too, and kind of have a feel and understand what's going on. So if I don't want to have somebody where I can't really give them any direction or help them. You know what I'm saying? So for me personally, I mean, I'm open to almost any genre. I just have to have a feeling or a vibe with the music too. So that way, when you're working on projects, when you got stuff that you want to do, I can be of actual assistance. And if I can't be of assistance, I'll be like, well, it might be good for you to sign with these guys over here because they kind of more your speed. You know what I'm saying? They'll help you get further in what you're trying to do. So, yeah, I'm open to everything, man.
When you was
pause. Maybe septic demonic music. I don't get into that.
True that. Yeah.
They do have it is a genre for that. So I ain't open to everything. I'll go ahead and say here first. Probably maybe that one. Maybe that one. They'll miss me immediately.
No demonic music up in here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that definitely that. If you're doing any demonic music, don't even call me for the show.
You'd be surprised, man. Hey, listen, it's some people that's going crazy with that stuff, man. Yeah. They got a fan base, bro.
They got cause
it's crazy.
I don't even want to have. No, I was just gonna say when you was when you J-Vive the artist, you did a lot of different music with a lot of different genres. Like you did, you had country rappers, you had reggae artists, you had a lot of different. You reached out to a lot of different people.
Yeah.
So what made you see the music that way than just standing straight? Got to be somebody that's just like straight into the rap world, just straight rap, maybe an R&B singer. What made you want to reach out to other genres like country singers or maybe the reggae, maybe a little bit of Metallica? You did you did work with somebody that did Metallica?
I've done I did a song called Hip Hop where we did a live band. And in that song, which when we made the song, I was playing the drums when we made it, but that song is kind of like has like a rock feel to it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it literally sounds like a rock hip hop song.
Okay.
But man, I'm open to doing music as long as, like I said, as long as the vibe is right and like I can feel it, because I gotta feel whatever music I'm doing. If I don't feel it, then it ain't gonna be right, and I'm not gonna sound like me on it if I just don't feel it at all. I ain't gonna lie to you, and I can't put out something where I don't feel like I'm me. You know what I'm saying?
True that.
But
just can't do anything.
Yeah, man. Some people can do that. Let me just. I feel awkward when I just do stuff just because it's a trend or something like that, or I'm not good with that. But yeah, man. I mean, I listen to like I said, even with the when he asked me about the what I'm looking to sign, like I listen to everything, man. So and I don't listen to a lot of everything. I listen to a little of everything. You know what I'm saying?
Got you.
Yeah.
Enough to know.
Yeah, enough to know to kind of understand if I was to combine a reggae style joint with what I do, I listen to enough reggae to where I'll be able to kind of hear, put in the reggae way. And like ever since I was young, man, we used to do basically like combined music. Like I used to listen to like a lot of like my peoples play music too. So my mom plays keys. My whole side of the family play music. Like everybody play and sing music literally. And on my dad's side, my dad played drums, and my aunt played drums. His older sister, she played drums too.
Oh.
I never heard her play.
Okay.
I never heard her play, but I heard my dad play a lot.
Family thing on
drums.
Right.
Everybody played music, bro. Everybody played music, and
That's
like my
cool.
siblings, they played. Like my sister Joy played flute and violin. My brother
cool.
Wendell played saxophone. My sister played saxophone.
Dang.
Yeah, everybody
when
played
I
something.
was
My little brother, he's
Yeah.
literally a full-time musician traveling the world pretty much.
Okay.
Playing music everywhere. That's literally his job. Shout out to Justin.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to Justin.
Yeah, so music literally music literally runs in my family. So I listen to old school joints back in the day when we was younger, old blues joints, jazz, all of that stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Wow,
so
saxophone was my thing. Oh man, I used to love the saxophone. I never learned how to play it, but that was that was the thing for me. Saxophone.
hey man, you throw a sax on the right type of drum loop, dog, go crazy.
Go crazy? Yeah.
But just because we grew up listening to everything and stuff like that, man, when I got heavier into hip hop, like I could just hear those things, you know, at a young age and stuff. And even when we started sampling and stuff, I used to sample old Rhapsody joints and different stuff like that, and old like Pavarotti and different opera joints and stuff like that, and just.
So you actually know how to read music.
I do know how to read music too. Yeah.
Okay. Because a lot of people don't really know about all of that process of music. They
just,
You know, maybe write 16 bars or something like that.
Now,
write a song.
The part of reading music that I'm fluent at is for percussion.
Okay.
Yeah, because you know with saxophones and different stuff where you're doing melodies. Yeah. You know the scale, the notes
gotcha.
go up and down.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
certain
but
ones.
with us with drums, all we gotta do is follow the rhythms that's on.
Yeah,
when you're reading it. So. Yeah, but I mean, I can't read music. If I'm reading it for notes, I'm gonna read it extra slow.
Gotcha.
If you're reading it just for the rhythm, I'll read it faster.
Read it fast. Okay, I got you. Just the fact that you know a little something on it, you know, that's a plus. Yeah. You know, because like I said, a lot of people don't know about that part of the music as well.
Yeah, no, facts.
You know, they just write 16, write a song, or go in there and just, I guess, come off their head or whatever. But you put that down in front of them, they wouldn't know what's going on.
Oh yeah, no, that's a fact.
So that's a fact. Do you do anything else with your music aside from the label?
So I'm actually glad you asked that because, well, it's a part of the label still, but one thing that we've been working heavily on, particularly me and Carolina Breeze, I think Chris with a K, he got some stuff that he's gonna be laying down too. We've been working on sync music. So sync music is basically music that artists and producers would do that would go on commercials, movie soundtracks, TV shows and stuff. So, you know, if you're looking at a TV show, 10 times out of 10, at some point you're going to have music in the background. Okay. That's setting the tone for whatever environments, you know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
So, so they typically with sync, they get a lot of this music. Sometimes they'll use mainstream artists, popular songs and stuff like that. But a lot of different times they'll use music from what they call sync libraries. Okay. So what I've been doing heavily is making music for sync libraries, me and Breeze. Okay. And submitting music, networking, building relationships with different producers that's involved in sync and stuff. And like for a lot of artists that don't know, it's so much money involved in that. Mm-hmm. It's a lot of money involved in that, dog.
So
like,
you
a lot.
Did you need to have your like your publishing or your license or anything? You had to have all that in place?
Yeah. You definitely need to have all of that. If you don't have all that in place, I mean, your joint can get jacked. I ain't gonna lie.
True. Okay. Just for those to know.
Yeah, for sure. Because you got to have all of that stuff in place. Publishing, you want your ASCAP, BMI, et cetera, because they're going to ask you for all of this stuff when you're submitting the music and stuff like that. Got to have all that stuff in play. If you don't have it in place, and for artists that's just putting music out just through streaming, through platforms where you can put your music out, have this stuff created when you're putting your music out. Because people can literally use your stuff, and if it's not attached to to you or your publishing or anything like that, you can't really come at somebody and be like, hey, that's my song. Give me money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you don't have
copyright imprint or
exactly.
something like that.
You got to have that stuff. And if you don't and you put it out on one of these things, they'll put one on it, which is probably more than likely kind of connected to them. So definitely have all that stuff. And if you're trying to move forward with Sync, you definitely need to have all that stuff in place.
Gotcha.
But like as far as Sync libraries go, there's a couple different methods to it though too. So you have where you can submit music to libraries. So in the Sync library, like let's say I'm Warner Brothers or something like that. I'll go look through this library to find a song, right? I find your song in this library and I like it. I reach out, you got contracts and stuff like that you got to do. Through the library, because they using these libraries just to find the music.
Email.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they'll hit the library, then basically it'll chain over to you.
Okay.
Sometimes also you have direct contact. So like for some of the producers that we've been working with, some of these guys have relationships with people who have been in Sync or music supervisors.
Okay.
Music supervisors are really like some of the main contacts that you would want to have because they're the ones that's kind of helping decide what music goes on what commercial or TV show or movie.
Are you categorizing them? Like, are they making you categorize per? I guess like a love song in this or
yeah. So So if like you do have to have all that stuff on it too. So like you have to have your songs like love song, this type of feel, because they got like techno joints. Hip hop got it's so many different forms of hip hop. You can have boom bap hip hop, techno hip hop, EDM. You know what I'm saying? So they do have like we're looking for an EDM beat with a rapper, and then they'll give you like a reference song. So they might pick a popular song that's a reference song. You gotta have this type of feel. So when they're looking for that, sometimes if they're submitting a song directly to you as an artist, you have to make the song. That's happened with us a few times. We got to make a song that can have that feel to it.
Gotcha.
And then if they're going in the library, they're just looking through the songs that might be in the EDM section.
Gotcha.
Hip hop EDM section, and then seeing if they can find one that'll fit whatever they're trying to do.
Okay.
But they do have specific categories for everything because if it's like a boom bap old school joint, that's all they want to look for. If it's an EDM, that's all they want to look for. If it's a techno, that's all they want to look for.
So they don't want to have to go.
They're not gonna go through
searching for
everything. Just only the stuff, only this type of feel of music or this type of sound of music.
All right. So y'all been just Grip Entertainment itself, like everybody as the artist, y'all been doing any performance?
So the last performance that I did was at Meeting of the Minds.
Okay.
I think that was last year. I host a lot of times for Colors, obviously. But the last one I did was at Meeting of the Minds. We actually are looking at putting together a couple more shows this year right here.
Okay.
Trying to set a vibe though with it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like with most of the shows that we do, like we did a lot of shows a couple years ago. We used to have a joint called NARS, Not Another Rap Show, that we basically had it like a series.
Yeah.
And dope shows, intimate settings and stuff like that. Food afterwards. I think with any show that we do or try to set up, that's kind of the vibe we trying to go with, like set a whole vibe for it. I mean, I think Chris probably would be more so along the lines of just doing like shows. Like going out and just performing at events and stuff like that right now. I think with where I'm at and where Breeze is, we kind of most of the time when we doing it, we kind of just trying to do like intimate setup shows, you know what I'm saying?
Gotcha. So when Breeze, what's he got going on lately for you guys in there?
So Breeze, man.
Shout out to Carolina Breeze.
Yeah, my God, that's my brother, man. Breeze, dog, like he's been. Now I'll be straight up. Breeze is the person, which goes back to if you a CEO or whatever, have people on the team that's driven also.
Okay.
Breeze is really the one who initially spearheaded getting into sync. Now, the amount of stuff that I learned just off of doing it and stuff like that and networking with people and stuff like that and recording with different producers is crazy. But he was the one who kind of spearheaded like, hey, look, we need to get into sync. It's a lot of money in this. I've been doing research on it, et cetera, et cetera. So really for us with that section of Gripp Entertainment, he's been like the main guy that spearheaded that. You know what I'm saying? So plus he do have some joints. Like he got singles out. Make sure you go check out What's Your Soul Worth, GMMB.
Okay.
And Queen and stuff like that. Like he's still doing streaming numbers and stuff like that with that consistently.
Where can we check him out at?
You can check him out on any streaming platform.
Any streaming platform. Okay.
Yeah, just Carolina Breeze, BREEZE, and then What's Your Soul Worth, GMNB. Literally just those letters.
Okay.
Yeah. He got some fire out, man, and I mean he's still streaming and doing numbers, and he got some more stuff that he's about to put out too.
Okay.
Yeah, as well as me. Like we got personal music.
Yeah.
That we're going to put out this year. It's just like I said, last year or so we've been so heavy in the sync stuff. Like man, we probably recorded. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, Jay done mix a whole bunch of them. No, I ain't gonna lie. We might be in hundreds of songs.
Hundreds? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
We might be in the hundreds of songs.
That catalog is nice.
Yeah, dog. Listen, like we recorded a lot of music, dog.
Okay.
Like, we started going crazy last year.
What's your recording process is like? Like individually and together.
So for the most part, man, we try to. Well, we got different ways. I ain't gonna lie. Right now, because we got a setup, a studio setup, our own studio setup.
Okay.
We record there, and then we'll send off to Jay to do the mixes.
Okay, y'all big timing.
Yeah, no.
Y'all record this. Okay. So then y'all send it off to Jay. Then Jay send it off to Jay who else after that?
Plus it just saves us time and stuff like that. Having to go over there. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Every single time. Like, but initially when we first started, before we bought the equipment, we would we have like X amount of beats. So if it was we had producers that was just sending us a bunch of beats because we was networking with a lot of guys.
Yeah.
One thing that's for sure in sync is there's a lot of producers that look for artists that can make songs because in sync you get paid more money with songs versus just beats. And it seemed like there's a lot of producers that they can't find artists that can make songs with their beats and stuff like that. So when we started networking and stuff like that, we would get a lot of beats. We would write during the week as much as possible, not every single time. Don't make that face, dog, because we came in there with some completed songs, dog. Jay behind the camera looking crazy. All right, no. We would write as much as we could during the week. Sometimes we didn't. Now I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes we didn't.
So when you didn't,
we write in the stew when we didn't.
So you write in the studio. Snappy though. 10,
yeah. It didn't take forever. I mean, if it was a beat that we automatically vibe with, it don't take us long. You know what I'm saying? Like we go in there and write.
Yeah.
Like I think I done wrote and recorded a song. How was it? 15, 20? Was it 20, Jay? yeah. About 15, 20 minutes, like from scratch, write, record, lay down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's shit.
I ain't gonna lie. For me personally, I record it seems like I record a lot easier when I write in the studio because it's fresh on my mind.
Gotcha.
My problem with writing during the week is I'll write it and then I won't revisit it until I go to the studio. So sometimes when I revisit it in the studio, I'm up there reading. I'm like, dang, I can't remember how I said this. So it takes me a little bit to get the cadence and stuff back. But
I know that feeling. I just had that same feeling Friday night. I was like, well, I just wrote it like this morning. It was like this morning. I was like, yeah, I wrote it this morning. So it's like really, it was new to me.
Yeah.
But it wasn't new enough. It wasn't it was still like some of it was just like I got to a certain point. I'm like,
where was I going with that part? Yeah.
So, but yeah, man. So go continue on with your career.
Oh yeah. So for the most part, we tried to do that, like I said, but sometimes we didn't. If we didn't, then we would write in the studio. But the way that we attacked it initially to get as much songs done as possible is we would try to write at least 2, maybe 3 songs during the week. Like he'll be like, "Yo, write to this, write to this." You know, we working on most of the songs together. Some of them I have to do by myself. Some of them he did by himself. But we'll decide that ahead of time. We go ahead and write our songs out and stuff. Then when we get in the studio, try to lay the ones that we already wrote down. And then if we have enough time, put another beat on. Let's try to write something to this.
Okay.
You know
Did y'all ever do like a I don't think I will recall it, but it could have happened. Did y'all ever do like a J-Vive, Carolina Breeze collaboration? 10, 12, whatever, like, on CD, LP or whatever.
The closest thing we had to that was the 90s Bag-ish mixtape that we did.
Okay.
And the 90s Bag-ish mixtape that we did, we literally was using old school beats though, all beats from 90s and stuff like that.
Okay.
So we would take this. We put this out in 2020, 2021, somewhere around that time.
Okay.
It was somewhere around that time. And we had it, we actually had it on sale directly. So people directly to the Gripp Entertainment, the Gripp Ent, www.grippent.com, which we revamping the site right now. But we had people going directly to the site to purchase the mixtape for download.
Okay, I got
so
you.
we moved it like that. Well, not purchase, to donate and get the mixtape as a gift.
Gotcha. I got you.
They would donate at least $1.
Right.
Some people donated more though. I mean,
Okay.
people showed love, man. Some people people gave
like
10, 15, 20. Yeah, people
idea.
showed love, man.
Yeah.
So we had donations because you can't really sell it. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Because
Gotcha.
you're using other people's stuff.
But
But we had people give donations. We gave the mixtape as a gift for them donating to Gripp Entertainment, and really that's the money that we used to purchase the studio that we got.
okay.
What people donated to us off of that mixtape.
But
That's the only thing that we did.
I hope for all the listeners, I hope y'all peeping the game there a little. TT, he just he just hint there, a little game he just throw at y'all there a little bit, but all good. I hope y'all peep that and figure out a way you can make a little money.
Yeah,
But so give us a little bit more insight on this what you got going on for as the CEO. Like, where you pushing the guys to? I know it's not a lot of y'all, but it's still enough to push.
Yeah, man. Really, for the most part, man, I'm pushing the guys that we have with us.
Mm-hmm.
We're pushing to obviously to bang out more music for Sync and stuff like that too. But I have we have short projects that we're gonna be putting out. Like I got a 3-song joint that I'm gonna put out this year. We got a lot of music recorded. I'm not even gonna lie. So really, it's just deciding. Yeah, even outside of the Sync, we got a lot of music just recorded. So I'm putting out instead of just doing a one single thing and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put out a 3-song joint. I think Breeze got it's almost like an EP, but a little bit shorter.
I like that idea.
But I think Breeze got I was just calling it, what was I calling it? The 3-peat?
Yeah.
So I got 3 joints I'm gonna put out, all produced by Carolina Breeze on that one.
Okay.
I got another 3-peat joint that I'm gonna do, when all the songs is gonna be produced by my cousin William H. Shout out to William.
Let me make sure I get me an exclusive now.
Listen, man, I might have to pull up on the show when I release it and be like, hey, look, for promo run.
There you go.
Man. So that's how I'm doing that. And as far as the artists with us, I'm pushing them to do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? I want Breeze to definitely put more music out. His stream numbers goes good. This is one thing that I always say, plus Chris with a K got a project out too. Mm-hmm. The only thing with his project is he had issues with production or whatever producers he got. Listen, y'all, if y'all getting y'all music from these online places and stuff like that, make sure you get If you don't buy it outright, make sure you're looking at what these people are requiring when you do your leasing and stuff like that. Some guys, you can lease the beat from them. Right. You pay them for a lease beat. The lease beat, the payment that you give them only covers X amount of streams.
Gotcha.
Then after that, you can't make no more money off the song. They gonna make all the money off the song. Okay. And it's a contract that you automatically sign when you sign, when you do these leases and stuff like that. So he has some issues with that and stuff like that. But if you go look up Chris, Kris, Witt, WITA, just A, K. You literally got to spell it with the space. Like a pimp named Slipback. Yeah. Chris with a K. You got to literally spell it like that. Yeah. Chris, Kris, space, WIT, space, A, space, K.
Oh, damn.
You literally got to spell it like that.
Wow. I was already way ahead of you with the A. No, not yet.
Yeah. No, but if you look him up, man, he do got some music available for streaming. Like I said, that's the only thing. And we helped him when he got with us. We just kind of helped him put that out. Because he was already working on some music. So that's not under Gripp Entertainment. That's why I'm just telling y'all to go stream it.
Gotcha.
That's not really under us. That's we just kind of helped him put it out when he got with us because he already had some fire that he was working on.
Okay.
But we working on some more stuff with him. And then like I said, man, I'm looking for a singer that can be consistent, that can consistently be with us working on music, and other groups that we can kind of bond with, that we can, go to other places with it. I don't want to just be stuck in one section with music. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
So really, that's some of the main stuff that we working on, man. Just
okay. So is Gripp Ent doing like any movies?
No, not right now, man. I think that's something that I would want to get into.
Okay.
I think right now we just trying to do music for movies. Yeah. We're trying to do music for movies first, but that is something that I do personally want to get into.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
From back in the day, we had different stuff that we worked on with different parties, like TV show type things and stuff like that we worked on with other people and stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
But like some of that stuff didn't really get to go that far, as far as relationships and different stuff like that go. But sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. Just depend on working relationships. But even then, that was something that I wanted to get into. You know what I'm saying? Because I have ideas for stuff like that. But I think I would have to put together a team for that part directly.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't want to.
No, not even like just individually though. Have you guys been into any movies like yourself? Did you?
I've been in a movie, and the craziest thing is I've never even seen the movie.
All right.
I never.
What's it?
Black Collective did a movie on. It was a black historical film. Oh Lord.
I got that little call sometimes.
Oh yeah. It was a black historical film, and I cannot think of the name of the film. That's crazy.
You was in a movie and you don't even know what it's called.
I can't remember, dog. I don't know why I can't remember the movie, dog. That's
not his fault. They should have put it out there in his face a little more to help him. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What's so crazy? If you go look on Black Collective, you see the crazy thing is I'm not. My whole face is not in the movie though.
Oh.
Like I'm doing the speech. Why can't I think of the historical figure? I played a historical figure in it. VC, Denmark VC.
Oh,
okay. Denmark VC. So I was doing, I believe it's called the VC speech.
Yeah.
So in the movie, I'm literally like, they had actors like, shout out to Deke. Deke and all of them was in the movie. They played like regular parts and stuff like that.
Okay.
But in the movie, I'm giving the VC speech. So all you really see is kind of like from my nose down.
Okay.
In my mouth, and then you see like my hand movements and different stuff like that. Yeah. So it's like the camera shot was just here, and I'm up there just giving actually giving the speech. So
movie?
I'm doing no, it's not a horror movie. No. It's about Denmark.
I mean, I know the speech, but why did they? I guess I said that because why did they want to catch her?
I don't know, man. It was just the feel. Now, cinematically, I seen my part on there.
Yeah.
I seen some of it. I ain't seen the whole movie, but I seen pieces of it.
Okay.
It is dope cinematically.
Okay.
Yeah, it is dope cinematically because all you can see is this, and obviously, I had gray in my beard and stuff like that. This was some years ago, so it was a little bit less. But I had the gray in my beard and stuff like that. So I'm giving the speech and all, and I just had to do literally. I'm acting with just this part. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I mean that I was in that. They actually showed it at some film festivals and stuff like that.
Okay.
I actually got a runner-up for one of them joints. Buddy hit me up and told me I got a runner-up for best actor or some joint like that.
Oh, okay, wow. All right.
One of the things, but I mean, I wasn't at the festival,
man ain't even seen the show. Still got the runner-up. I tell you, magic is on this
they
side.
had a whole showing.
Some serious talent.
Yeah, they had a whole showing at the joint at the music hall.
Yeah, when was this?
A premiere, dog. This was right before my son was. This might have been 2017, 2018.
Dang. Okay.
Yeah. They had a whole thing. I think they had Demar VC's daughter or somebody there at the showing. I didn't go because I had some personal stuff going on. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Personal issues that was just hindering me, slowing me up.
Gotcha.
And I didn't even go to it because all that stuff that was going on with me at the time. But yeah.
So you do a lot of, well, I guess other than the meeting of the minds, are you hosting anywhere else a lot too?
Man, I kind of really just host as I'm asked, man.
As you okay.
Yeah.
How
Colors
do you like
asks
that?
me all the time. You know what I'm saying? He just want me to host it all the
time.
He about to have you hosting all the time now. Cause he not had you hosting. He's like, oh yeah, man, Treasy did good. I said, yeah, he was good up there, man. Hey, good luck. Now he asked me, I'm like, hey man, go hit Treasy up. Treasy, you know Treasy can do it now. So hey, go hit him up, let him host the joint, bro. No,
how do you like hosting though? Just, you know.
Man, hosting fun, man. It's fun. You get to go up there and the only part I don't like about hosting is you gotta stay if it's a long event, you gotta stay the whole time.
Time, man.
So,
meeting in the minds, those don't be lasting forever. But I mean, I like hosting, man. Being on, bringing other artists up, networking with artists as they coming up and stuff like that.
You get to meet new people that way.
Yeah.
Too,
so.
And then I like tripping.
What does hosting entail for a meeting of the mind?
Literally, man. Well, that's good that you asked that, right? Because when I'm hosting Meeting of the Minds, and it's gonna be like this sometimes, depending on where you hosting at. It's more than just kind of emceeing or controlling the flow of the show. When I'm hosting Meeting of the Minds, I'm literally having to manage at the same time because you got to go find out how many artists signed up. Do this. Tell this person get ready. Tell that person get ready. When people trying to perform longer than they're supposed to perform, hey DJ, you gotta cut that down. You know what I'm saying? So you're doing a whole lot. Like some shows that you hosting, you literally just have to host. You're up there, you're controlling the flow of the show, making sure the people are entertained, making sure they're engaged. It's just that simple. Now, Meeting of the Minds is a little different. You gotta do a little managing with that. But when you do that, Colors like the he let her call you when you're doing all of that, But for the most part, hosting other shows, it's just mainly that, man. Like you just kind of controlling the flow of the show, crack a joke here and there, make sure the people's engaged and comfortable. Yeah, that's really it.
So before you when you back up a little bit, when you first got out on the scene, was you already kind of out here, or did you meet Colors and then you kind of sprouted out from there?
So I think when I first met Colors, I was already doing music, but like how we said earlier, how the music industry down here is divided. When I was doing music, some people that I met through Colors I had heard of before because I do music.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But I was so heavy on the live band side of things. Like I was doing shows with live bands. That was my that was my thing since way back in the day. Because I play music and I love hip hop, I automatically wanted to combine them, almost like how the Roots is. But
I think that's
before I knew the Roots.
I was gonna say, I think that's when I first met you. It was at Wild Wings, and I think that was Colors said you wanted to go there because of some live.
Yeah. So I was kind of already in that concept, and my little brother who plays bass now full time, him, my cousin William, my cousin Jason. Mainly Justin and William initially, and then I would play drums. So like we basically had a band called The Squadron. We would produce, play and stuff like that. So we kind of started out with that. I would have my sister and cousins and them singing background and junk like that. Matter of fact, if you go on YouTube and type in J-Vive as center point or something like that, you probably see a super old joint or JC's. It's old videos of me on YouTube, like back in the day performing with live bands.
Okay, then your sister and all and everybody.
Sister and all them singing in the background and everything. But that's initially where I was at with it. So when I met Colors, so I was heavily on that side. I knew a lot of musicians. We did our shows like that. So I was kind of the rap guy with the live band. Like when I was in high school, I used to perform with a band at this club called Mezzanines. It was an upstairs club. I would literally go there. My guy Roderick, shout out to Roderick, Ben Bennett, this dude Quentin, who played drums, and then it's a white guy. I can't remember his name right now, and I played guitar. But they would literally just play music, and I would rap.
Okay.
I would just rhyme over whatever they playing, and then we had shout out to Z. Well, it wasn't Zandrina at first. It was another young lady. I can't remember her name right now. She sang for a quick second, and then we had Zandrina Dunning. A lot of people in Charleston know Zandrina.
Shout out
a lot of shows. But she would come because she was still in college at the time. She would come down and she would sing. So I would be rhyming, she'd be singing. They'll just play like popular tunes at the time. So it might be 50 Cent or it might be some Beyonce joint. Yeah. So I'm rhyming, she's singing. So and I'm literally just freestyling the whole night. And she's singing popular songs and stuff like that. Okay. So this is way before I met Colors because I was in high school. I didn't know Colors in high school.
Okay.
So that's really I got most of my chops in that stuff right there. Okay. I met Colors at a New Image event where Colors was performing with Dangerous. Is it Serious Jones or Dangerous Jones? Dangerous Jones. Colors was performing with Dangerous Jones. Yeah. I was out there. Colors networking.
Gotcha.
He going to everybody. Hey man, what's going on, man? Yeah, you do music? Oh man, I do music too. But this was Young Colors. Okay. So Young Colors wanted to rhyme. Like he would literally freestyle for me for 20 minutes when I first met him.
That's
when I told my dude,
Young Colors.
Like, hey man, I do music too, man. Yo, check this out. He just started going. I'm like, okay, damn, yeah. Why they rhyme?
That's Young Colors.
Yeah. Plus my cousin was in there. And he thought they was cute, so he was trying to, mac a little bit back then too.
Gotcha.
But that's where I met Colors at, and I gave Colors the CD that I had at the time, which was around Good Morning Black America. Okay. I gave him that CD. I was like, yo, check this joint out. Well, he saw me perform, and then he came to me after that, and we exchanged information. I gave him a CD. I was like, yo, man, check this out. Let me know what you think. Yeah. Colors, he'll tell his story himself. He ain't listened to it for a while. Yeah. And then when he finally listened to it, he's like, oh, dang, this joint dope. And then he hit me up, asked me to feature. Yeah. Had to catch a cab at the time out to J Studio, and it might have been a couple weeks later, and we recorded. But yeah, ever since then, me and Colors been cool.
Cool like that.
And when I got cool with Colors, I started meeting the other side of the music industry. Okay. Because I was already doing the live stuff, so now I'm meeting all of the in-studio artists more. Gotcha. Because I didn't meet as much of them before that.
So dang, that's cool that you. Okay. So you was doing the live, right? And then when you was doing live, you was basically coming off the dome.
Yeah, I had because for the most part, I was coming off the dome. Like if it was shows that we already had put together, I would have songs that I already. Because I was still recording music.
Okay, but you had songs that you kind of.
I had songs that I already had recorded because we had a little raggy. We recorded retro back in the day, bro. Gotcha. When you got all the air in the joint and stuff like that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, so, make sure you remember hooking up to the cassette player.
Oh yeah, dog. That's how we recorded most of our first joints, dog. Had the beat playing on one joint. Had the cassette. We had to press the play and the record. So you hear all of the air. So you rhyming, and if you mess up, you gotta rewind and re-record. Yeah, dog. No, for real.
Those the good old days. Yeah,
listen, man. You grew up in the era. You grew up in such a good era for this stuff, man. Right. We had to work hard back then, boy.
We bought at the end of the show. Yeah. J-Vive, anything you want to say to the people? Any more shout outs you want to give? You want to tell about any up and coming projects from Gripp Entertainment or yourself?
Oh wait, actually before that, I got one more question.
Okay.
Do you have any advice for all of the upcoming artists out there?
That's good. What I just said. Good.
Oh, is it? Yeah. I heard shout outs.
So you want to give anything? Say anything?
He wants some direct.
Well, I'm asking it.
All right, you the captain.
All right, man. So like for any up and coming artist, man, some of the things that I learned the most in this so far, and obviously, I still got a ways to go with building, my company up all the way. But always keep your ears open to everything that's going on, and always pay attention to what's going on in like with whatever you're doing. You know what I'm saying? So if you're an artist, pay attention to where things are moving with whatever industry that you're in. Try to stay ahead of the curve, man. That's one of the main things that I learned. And besides that, trust your instinct. Trust your instinct. Do not, if you have an instinct on something, because instinct is something that is almost like knowledge being given to you in some other form. You could say God is kind of directing you, like, hey, look, you can probably do this right here with that. A lot of times people ignore that. If you got an instinct and you looking at it, you're like, you know what, this does make sense. Do it. Don't wait for it. Don't put it on the back burner. Just do it. It's been multiple times, I would say, since I have been younger, because I have a business mind. There's been a lot of things since I've been younger that I look at me like, dang, that I'll put on the back burner, and then later on somebody else is doing it and it's successful. I'm like, you know what? I was thinking about doing that this time before. I just didn't take the steps to doing it.
Necessary steps.
So listen, man. Listen, if you got the instinct for it and you got a idea and a concept, put it together and just do it. Don't wait for it, because if you wait for it and somebody else do it, you're going to be kicking yourself in the butt. And that done happen to me more than once. So that's definitely, I would say, to the younger artists, that's coming up. And if we just on music, just be creative, man. Be creative. Like, creativity is going down a lot. So all that means is it's going to be in high demand later. So if you're looking at right now, following everything that's going on is popular right now, that means that creativity is going to be in high demand and very valuable later on. So, yeah, that's for sure.
True that. You want to give out any shout outs to anybody?
Yeah, man, just shout out to Gripp Entertainment. Shout out to the family, Harper's, Griffins. Y'all know what time it is. Shout out to y'all, man, for doing the show, man. Father and son show,
Appreciate
man. I gotta, I gotta clap it up for y'all, man. I love this, man. My little man too little right now. We just doing basketball stuff. Right. So yeah.
I was thinking little man was gonna come in though, because we had a seat for him and everything. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. Only reason why I didn't bring him in, he chilling with Donnie. Only reason why I bring him in because I'm like, man, he might be making noise and Joan.
Gotcha.
He gonna want to be on the phone and stuff. So
true.
And
that.
Jay he like to talk, man. He'll mess around, be trying to talk throughout the whole thing.
Yeah, answer half
like
of your
that.
questions for you.
Yeah, man, yeah.
True that. But this is Star in My City podcast. I'm Sean Treasy, your host. Sage. We got a special guest, J-Vive, Gripp Entertainment.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for checking out the show.
Yes, sir.
Till the next time.